Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey Johnson, and welcome to Relationship Management. Today's topic is going to be about broken. I'm going to be describing more than one way a person can be broken, such as having a broken marriage, making yourself stick with the marriage even though it's a sexless marriage, and you be having the faith of God and remaining with this man. You remain with the man that's not giving you penis. And a lot of ladies suffer and be gone without sex with your husband for 5 to 10 years. And a lot of you ladies are that faithful. You will stay married to the man just so you two can see the children, and you will suffer yourself and sacrifice yourself and go without a sexless marriage. You will remain in a sexless marriage, and suffer yourself, and that brings depression and despair to a woman or a man to have that kind of rejection. And you don't supposed to sacrifice yourself to a person that decide to stop giving you sex, especially if you're married, because the Bible says, for better or for worse, it says for richer or for poor, and it says that you have to complete each other, to have and to hold. That's very important. And I feel that it's unfair for your significant other to keep his penis away from you after he made a wedding vow. So the wedding vow has been violated. He's in violation. And if your significant other, which is your spouse, break those wedding vows, don't make yourself stay up in that marriage. You have to get out. You need to get somebody else that's going to give you loving. Now, broken have been having been fractured or damaged and no longer in one piece or in working order. I mean, you guys are not having sex anymore, because the good stuff has ended, of a marriage or other long-term relationship having ended. I mean that you making yourself suffer and to stay faithful to a man that stopped giving him his dick, that stopped giving you his dick, and he's wrong for that. In a lot of relationships you would have open relationship, and a lot of ladies will let the man have his friend, his girlfriends, you know what I mean? But a woman will have her male friends too, but a lot of these ladies, they be faithful with it. They will not have sex with their friends. They would just talk to them, you know what I mean? But if one of the men, would be disrespectful to her, you know what I mean, and her husband, she would block them out. But the thing is, if you let your husband have girlfriends, he's not gonna be able to be strong like you. Because there are ladies that are strong and can sacrifice themselves and go without. But just because you're strong don't mean that the man is, because the man is weaker. And if you give your man permission, your husband permission to have girlfriends, guess what? He gonna be fucking. He gonna be hitting that. He gonna be smashing. I'm trying to tell you. And know how I know I'm right that he's smashing? Because a lot of you ladies, be online, and you would, say how your man or your husband just stopped, being intimate with you. That's because he's fucking somebody else, sweetheart. And you can't remain up in that marriage anymore. You're just gonna have to break up, because you see, you have to separate, or cause to separate into pieces as a result of a blow, shock, or strain. When you are a woman and you have needs, you know, so it's very important that you don't make yourself look stupid. You see, the word broken does not stand for anything as an acronym. Rather, it is a past participle adjective from a verb break that describes something as shattered, you know what I'm saying? Not functioning, interrupted, violated, or weakened. For example, a broken vase is physically shattered. A broken promise is unkept. You know what I'm saying? Like wedding vows, unkept. See, and someone with a broken heart is overcome with grief. Understand? Here are some common meaning of broken: physical damage, split, cracked, or shattered. Example, like a broken window, not functioning, out of order, or not working correctly. It's out of order for a man to reject or neglect a woman for her sexual needs. Example, a broken radio, interrupted, not continuous or complete. You're not being complete anymore. Example, broken sleep, you violated, not kept or observed. You know what I mean? A broken contract, you know what I mean? Like a broken wedding vows, emotionally weakened, overcome with grief or disappointment, you know, a broken spirit, imperfect, not complete or well formed. Understand? Disrupted, a situation that is in disarray, or disorganization. Example, a broken home, you know. Now, for all of the men that are single, and if you are, looking for a woman, if you want your blessings, I want you to hit the plus sign. I want you to hit the heart. I want you to save this video, and I want you to share it. If you don't, you're going to forfeit your blessings, because I've been single for a very long time, and I've been praying to God to bless me. And God has revealed to me and sent the angel to me. Understand? When I saw this video, it just popped out of nowhere, and I know that God was speaking through this person, or allow angels to speak through this video, and everything that they have said, I know was towards me. Understand? And I'm gonna receive my blessings. I received the message, and I am blessed, and God is good. I believe it and I receive it strongly. And to every man out here up in this world, if you are single, and if you are looking for a woman that's gonna really love you and to be there for you, you understand, to be the best thing that has ever happened to you, the message is gonna be for you too. Whenever you hear, I am gonna leave the video behind this message that I'm saying. You know what I mean? You feeling broken-hearted, if you had a situation where you was involved with a woman that was a gold digger, and you are broken, she then take everything from you. The judge made her the judge made you give her half of your bank account. You know what I mean? And you had to leave out your house. The judge gave her your house, your car, and everything. Give her half your business, give her everything, you know what I mean, and left you with nothing. And that is really a shame, So if you are broken that way too, and if you are broken-hearted, you know what I mean, or if you are in a broken relationship, God's gonna bless you. God has something better for you, and the only way God is gonna give you the blessings, you got to make room for the Lord. You're gonna have to leave that person that's mistreating you if you are married to them. If they stop giving you sex, you're gonna have to leave that. That's no good. Yeah, other areas you say good, your best friend, but I'm serious. It's a sexless relationship. You need to leave that so God can really bless you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Thank you for enjoying this message and enjoy the video. Here we are.
Chosen ones, stop scrolling. This message is urgent and Spirit wants you to hear it right now. You were not led here by accident but by divine alignment. Something in your soul has been crying out for confirmation, and this is the answer. There is a revelation waiting for you, one that speaks of a promise you may have forgotten but heaven has not. You are about to remember who you are, why you are different, and why God Himself has prepared someone to walk into your life who will give you what has long been denied. Since the beginning, the chosen have walked a path of isolation. You've carried burdens heavier than most could imagine, yet your spirit refused to break. Society pointed fingers, mocked, rejected, and misunderstood you. The people around you could not comprehend your depth, your vision, or your divine fire. They tried to dim it, but the light within you only grew stronger. They attempted to silence you, but every attempt only made your inner voice louder. This is not coincidence. It is calling. When you awaken spiritually, the veil is lifted. You begin to see that the world is not as it pretends to be. You notice the games, the manipulation, the way systems are designed to keep souls asleep. And suddenly, you no longer fit. You feel like an outcast, like a wanderer in a world that does not speak your language. But the truth is, you are not meant to blend in, you are meant to stand out, because the fire of God burns differently in you. This difference is what made you a target. They lied about you, betrayed you, and tried to bury you under shame and rejection. But what they didn't know is that God was secretly writing your story. Every tear, every heartbreak, every lonely night, it all became a seed. And now those seeds are rising, ready to bloom into divine promises. You are stepping into a time where the very things you were denied will come rushing toward you, because heaven remembers what earth tried to steal. And here is where the mystery deepens. For many of you, God is sending someone, yes, a woman chosen before time, to step into your life as a divine vessel. She is not ordinary. She is not like those who turned against you. She has been prepared in silence, purified by trials, and strengthened by spirit. She comes as a restorer, a carrier of blessings, a reflection of God's faithfulness. Through her, you will experience the love, loyalty, and abundance that the world withheld from you. This is not about flesh alone. This is spiritual. This woman comes with wisdom that unlocks doors, with compassion that heals wounds, and with presence that feels like home. She carries what you have longed for, the nurturing, the understanding, the unwavering support you thought did not exist for you. She has walked her own valley of shadows, and because of it, she knows how to pour into you without envy, without betrayal, without fear. She is the answer to the prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. Chosen one, do not doubt this. For too long you've been conditioned to believe that everything good would be snatched away from you. You've been taught to expect betrayal, to live guarded, to prepare for disappointment. But Spirit is breaking that curse right now. This woman is not coming to take from you, she is coming to give, to restore, to honor the God in you. And when she arrives, it will feel like the missing piece finally found its place. The enemy will not be pleased with this union. Darkness always trembles when divine connections form. There will be attacks, distractions, whispers of doubt trying to tear it apart. But remember this: what God ordains, no force can destroy. What has been sealed in heaven cannot be stolen on earth. You and this divine woman are not just two souls meeting. You are a prophecy fulfilled, a covenant remembered, a testimony unfolding. She is sent not because you are weak, but because you are strong. Even warriors need refuge. Even kings need loyalty. Even prophets need someone who sees beyond the mantle and loves the person beneath. This woman is your reminder that God has not forgotten your humanity, that while you carry divine purpose, you also deserve divine love. And through her, you will finally taste the sweetness of everything you were denied. You are about to see with your own eyes that nothing you suffered was in vain. The betrayals, the losses, the nights of despair, they were not the end, but the preparation. For when this woman steps into your life, you will realize that every denial was making room for divine delivery. You will understand that what felt like punishment was actually protection, and you will know without a doubt that God's timing is always perfect. Chosen one, you have been trained in silence. The wilderness became your classroom. Isolation became your teacher. While others were busy chasing validation from the world, you were being shaped by the hand of God Himself. Every wound became wisdom. Every delay became discipline. Every lonely season built the strength that could not be broken. And now, that strength has prepared you to receive what is holy, pure, and ordained. The woman sent by God is not just a companion. She is a reflection of your own journey. She carries scars, yet her scars shine with glory. She carries a voice that speaks life where death tried to reign. She carries an anointing that aligns with yours, and together your light will burn brighter than it ever could alone. She is not coming to complete you because you are already whole in God. She is coming to partner with you to magnify the mission, to multiply the blessings. For so long, you thought you had to walk alone. You thought no one could truly understand you. You thought your fire was too much, your spirit too heavy, your calling too different. But God was simply hiding you until the right alignment came. This woman understands the weight of your soul because she has carried her own. She will not run from your depth. She will not shrink from your fire. She will stand with you in the storms because she was built by storms herself. This divine connection is a weapon against the enemy. Two flames united burn brighter than any darkness. Together, you will walk as a living testimony that God restores, that heaven answers, that what was stolen is always returned multiplied. The world will not understand it. People may envy it, fear it, or even try to destroy it. But what they cannot deny is the presence of God that radiates from it. It will be a union marked by power, by peace, by undeniable favor. Chosen one, Spirit is urging you to prepare your heart. Do not allow bitterness from the past to block what is arriving. Do not let old wounds whisper lies that you are unworthy of love, loyalty, and abundance. You are worthy. You always were. The world tried to convince you otherwise, but heaven has already sealed your identity. This woman is not coming because you are desperate. She is coming because you are ready, ready to walk in covenant, ready to receive divine restoration, ready to live the life that was promised to you long before you were born. When she steps into your life, it will not feel forced. It will not feel like striving. It will flow with the ease of divine alignment. You will recognize her spirit before her words. You will feel the confirmation in your soul before your mind even understands. This is not about lust, not about worldly attraction, not about fleeting emotions. This is about destiny. This is about two chosen vessels colliding in perfect timing to fulfill what heaven has written. And the beauty is this: she does not come empty-handed. She carries blessings that will unlock doors in your life. She carries encouragement that will remind you who you are when you forget. She carries a love so anchored in God that it cannot be shaken by storms. She comes not to take, but to pour, not to drain, but to fill, not to break, but to build. Through her, you will see that the love of God can be embodied in human form, faithful, pure, and true. The enemy will try to whisper doubts into your mind. He will remind you of the betrayals of the past, the heartbreaks that nearly destroyed you. But remember this: those betrayals were lessons, not patterns. Those heartbreaks were redirections, not punishments. God has already broken the cycle of loss in your life. This is a new season, and in this season, you are not receiving crumbs, you are receiving the fullness. Chosen one, trust this process. Trust that the same God who carried you through fire is now carrying you into fulfillment. The same God who saw every tear is now sending comfort in flesh. The same God who never abandoned you is now proving his faithfulness through this divine connection. You are about to walk into a chapter where your heart will finally breathe, your soul will finally rest, and your spirit will finally rejoice. This is why your battles were so intense. This is why the warfare against your life was relentless. The enemy saw glimpses of what was coming, and he tried everything to destroy you before you could arrive here. He attacked your relationships, your peace, your identity, even your faith in God. He wanted you to believe you were unworthy of love, that no one would ever stand beside you, that you would always walk alone. But he failed. You endured. And because you endured, you are about to inherit. There is a reason you have always felt misunderstood. Your spirit carried a frequency too high for those bound in low vibrations. They could not comprehend your purity, your fire, your vision. They were threatened by what they could not control. So they rejected you, they mocked you, they tried to label you as too much or not enough. But in reality, they were witnessing the anointing of a chosen one. They were looking at light their darkness could not contain. And now God is proving what they could not see. By sending this woman into your life, he is declaring publicly what he already sealed privately. You are chosen, you are favored, and you are worthy of divine love. She is not coming to fix you, for you were never broken. She is coming to stand beside you as evidence of God's promises fulfilled. Together, your presence will shatter strongholds, and your union will be a living prophecy that love rooted in God cannot be destroyed. This woman has been in preparation just as you have. She has endured her own wilderness. She has been refined in the fire of trials, purified in seasons of waiting, molded in the silence of God's timing. She, too, knows rejection, betrayal, loneliness, and loss. That is why she will recognize you. Her spirit will know yours because it has been tuned to the same divine frequency. The bond will not be forced. It will be a divine recognition, like two flames remembering they were once part of the same fire. Chosen one, when she comes, do not push her away out of fear. Do not let the ghosts of your past whisper lies that you cannot trust, cannot love, cannot receive. You are not stepping into another cycle of betrayal. You are stepping into a covenant sealed in heaven. She will not wound you like the others. She will not drain you like the others. She is not a distraction, she is a destiny. She is not here to test you, she is here to multiply. She is not a distraction, she is a destiny. She is not here to test you, she is here to multiply you. The love she brings is not ordinary. It is kingdom love. It is love that heals generational wounds. It is love that restores your faith in humanity. It is love that teaches you that true connection does not compete, it completes. Through her, God is revealing that not every heart is against you, not every soul is envious of you, not every hand is waiting to betray you. There are still vessels who carry light, and one of them is being sent directly to you. Together, you will become a force of light in a dark world. Your union will not just bless you, it will awaken others. People who have given up on love, on loyalty, on divine timing will witness your connection and begin to hope again. You will be a living testimony that God restores what was stolen, that He answers prayers whispered in secret, that He never forgets His children. Through you, others will see that heaven's promises are not just words, they are reality. And chosen one, do not think this is only about companionship. This is about destiny. Your calling is great, and with greatness comes great responsibility. Alone, you have carried much, but with her your reach expands, your voice amplifies, your purpose multiplies. Where you are weak, she is strong. Where you doubt, she will remind. Where you fight, she will pray. This is a partnership ordained to carry you both further than you could ever go alone. You must prepare your heart to receive it. You must let go of the bitterness, the resentment, the old narratives of unworthiness. Those stories no longer belong to you. They were written in seasons of pain, but now you are entering a season of fulfillment. Let your heart soften. Let your spirit trust again. Let your soul remember that God never makes mistakes. If He says she is coming, she is coming. And when she arrives, you will know it is not coincidence, it is covenant. This covenant is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is not built on conditions, not built on shallow attraction, not built on fleeting emotions. It is built on spirit. It is rooted in the eternal blueprint written before either of you walked the earth. That is why, when you meet her, something in you will awaken. A familiarity beyond words, a peace beyond reason, a love that feels older than time itself. You will recognize her not because of appearance, but because of resonance. Her soul will echo back to yours. Every delay you endured was for this alignment. You could not meet her before because both of you had to be prepared. The wilderness was necessary. The heartbreaks were necessary. The lessons were necessary. For without them, you would not value what is about to be placed in your hands. Without them, you would not have the discernment to protect what is holy. Without them, you might have mistaken her for just another person, when in truth, she is the embodiment of a divine promise. Chosen one, this promise is heavy with destiny. This woman will not just walk into your life for comfort, she will walk in as confirmation. Confirmation that God never forgot your cries. Confirmation that your story was always leading to redemption. Confirmation that you were not chosen to suffer endlessly, but to receive restoration in abundance. Through her, the Father is showing you that His word cannot return void. What He spoke over you will manifest, no matter how long the delay. There will be opposition. Do not be blind to it. The enemy fears divine unions because they carry too much power. He knows that when chosen ones come together, strongholds break, chains fall, territories shift. So expect resistance, expect jealousy, expect rumors and distractions, but also expect God's hand to cover you. For every plot of the enemy, heaven already has a plan, and what is written in heaven cannot be erased by man. This woman is not intimidated by your calling. She was designed to walk alongside it. She will honor the mantle on your life, not compete with it. She will pour into your vision, not drain it. She will see the God in you when others only saw the flaws. And in her eyes, you will finally recognize yourself the way heaven always saw you, worthy, chosen, anointed, beloved. Chosen one, when she arrives, it will not be a struggle to know. The signs will be undeniable. Your spirit will leap. Your heart will feel at rest. Peace will surround you, even if circumstances look imperfect. God does not send confusion, He sends clarity. He does not send chaos, He sends confirmation. And this woman will carry that confirmation in her presence, in her words, in the way she naturally aligns with your spirit without forcing it. You are stepping into a season where what was denied is being returned. Not in fragments, not in pieces, but in fullness. You will see the tables turn. Those who mocked you will watch you walk in restoration. Those who rejected you will see you celebrated. Those who tried to bury you will witness you bloom. And this woman will be part of that bloom, a sign to the world that God exalts those who remain faithful in the shadows. Do not be afraid of the weight of this blessing. Yes, it is heavy. Yes, it carries responsibility, but you are ready. Every trial, every rejection, every lonely night has prepared you for this moment. You have been refined into someone who can handle covenant love, who can nurture divine connection, who can carry the responsibility of destiny without letting pride corrupt it. You are not who you were, you are transformed. And in this transformation, you are ready to receive what heaven has. You are transformed. And in this transformation, you are ready to receive what heaven has kept for you. The woman sent by God is not just for your comfort, but for your calling. She is both a gift and a responsibility. She is both a blessing and a weapon against darkness. Through her, you will taste joy but also step deeper into purpose. Through her, you will find peace, but also discover new battles that you will fight and win together. She is not the end of your journey. She is the divine partner chosen to walk it with you. Understand this, chosen one. The reason your past connections failed was because they were never aligned with your soul. They were lessons, not lifetimes. They were stepping stones, not destinations. God allowed them to pass through your life so you could discern the difference between counterfeit and covenant. The counterfeits took from you, but this woman will pour into you. The counterfeits left you empty, but she will overflow. The counterfeits exposed your wounds, but she will help heal them. This divine partnership will be sacred. It will be shielded. It will carry the fragrance of God's presence in every detail. Where others may have seen chaos, you will see order. Where others sowed confusion, you will find clarity. Where others brought pain, she will bring restoration. She is not coming as a savior, for God alone saves. She is coming as a vessel, an earthly reflection of His love and His intention for your life. And chosen one, do not underestimate the power of what you carry into her life as well. Just as she is a blessing to you, you are a blessing to her. You are the answer to her silent prayers. You are the comfort after her storms. You are the confirmation she longed for in her own wilderness. God is not sending her only to give. You are also sent to pour, to honor, to cover her with the same faithfulness you have received from heaven. Together, you will build something that neither of you could have built alone. The union of two chosen vessels shakes the very foundations of darkness. It is not simply love. It is warfare. It is healing. It is a proclamation that light will always overcome shadow. When you unite, doors will open that were long shut. Opportunities will flow that were long denied. Blessings will pour out in ways that astonish even you. Not because of who you are alone, but because of what you become together under the covering of God. This is why preparation is key. Guard your spirit, guard your mind, guard your heart. The enemy will try to send distractions before she arrives, false lights that mimic what is real but carry no depth. Do not be deceived. Discernment is your shield. When the real one comes, you will know, because she will not drain you, she will align with you. She will not confuse you, she will confirm you. She will not pull you from God, she will draw you closer to Him. Chosen one, you have waited long, but your waiting has not been wasted. Every second was a divine investment, building you into the vessel who can now carry this covenant with wisdom, with patience, with strength. You are ready. She is ready. And heaven is ready to reveal what has been hidden until now. This woman will not only be a blessing to your life, but through your union, countless others will be touched. The ripple of your connection will awaken faith in those who thought God had forgotten them. Remember this: you were denied not because you were unworthy, but because heaven was preparing something greater. What you thought was loss was actually protection. What you thought was rejection was redirection. And what you thought was the end was only the beginning. Now, as this divine woman enters your story, you will see that nothing was wasted, nothing was random, nothing was without purpose. Everything has been leading to this moment. Chosen one, your time has come. Your heart will no longer wander in deserts of loneliness. Your soul will no longer question its worth. Your spirit will no longer beg for crumbs. You will sit at a table prepared for you, and beside you will be the one God sent, carrying everything you once thought you would never receive: love, loyalty, peace, support, restoration. And together you will walk in a destiny that shakes nations, heals hearts, and glorifies God. The tables are turning in your favor. What was once withheld is being released. The very blessings you thought were gone forever are circling back with greater force, because they were never lost. They were simply reserved. Reserved for the appointed time. Reserved for the right alignment. Reserved for the moment when you were strong enough to hold them without letting them slip away. And now, that moment has arrived. This divine woman will see you differently than the world ever did. While others judged your scars, she will see your strength. While others mocked your silence, she will hear your wisdom. While others turned away from your light, she will be drawn closer to it. She is not blinded by superficial things. Her eyes are spiritual. She will recognize the crown you wear, even when others only saw the dust on your. She will recognize the crown you wear, even when others only saw the dust on your shoes. She will honor the warrior in you, but also love the soul behind the mantle. Do not fear her presence, chosen one. Do not sabotage the blessing by doubting its reality. When God sends something holy, it often feels too good to be true, because it doesn't carry the weight of pain you've grown used to. You may be tempted to overthink, to push it away, to question if it's real. But remember, God is not the author of confusion. He is the giver of good gifts, and this woman is one of those gifts. Trust the fruit, trust the peace, trust the alignment. Your union with her is not just about companionship, it is about legacy. Together, you will leave behind imprints of light that ripple across generations. The way you love, the way you stand, the way you overcome will inspire those who watch. Children yet unborn will walk in freedom because of the prayers you two prayed, the battles you two fought, the covenant you two honored. Your story will not just bless you, it will bless the earth. But understand this truth: blessings require stewardship. This woman is precious cargo entrusted to you by God. She is not to be taken lightly, not to be mishandled, not to be underestimated. Just as she will pour into you, you must pour into her. Just as she will honor your calling, you must honor hers. The covenant works both ways, and in that balance, heaven's favor flows. She will stand with you in fire, but you must also cover her in prayer. She will encourage you in storms, but you must also shield her from harm. Chosen one, this is why you were refined. This is why you endured the fire, so that when this blessing came, you would not mishandle it, so that when she entered your life, you would not confuse her with the counterfeits of the past, so that when the promise was finally revealed, you would not doubt it but embrace it with reverence. God does not waste his treasures, and he would not entrust her to you if you were not ready. There is power in this alignment that goes beyond love songs and sweet words. It is the power of healing, the power of restoration, the power of prophecy fulfilled. You will notice that with her, prayers begin to manifest faster. Doors open smoother. Attacks lose their grip quicker. Not because she replaces God, but because she magnifies what God has already placed in you. She is the missing piece that unlocks another dimension of your destiny. And as you walk together, you will realize something profound. This was never about just you or just her. This was always about God's plan unfolding through you both. It was always about showing the world that heaven still intervenes, that divine union still exists, that God still keeps his promises. Your story will be a mirror to others, reflecting the truth that patience is never wasted and faith is always rewarded. Chosen one, prepare yourself. The season of being denied is over. The season of wandering is closing. You are stepping into fulfillment, into alignment, into a covenant that was written before time began. And when she arrives, you will know this is not luck, this is not chance, this is not coincidence. This is God's hand delivering to you everything you thought was lost through the woman he chose to walk beside you. Your life is about to reflect divine restoration. The very places where you were broken will now overflow with wholeness. The very areas where you were mocked will now shine with undeniable favor. What once looked like ashes will now bloom into beauty, and your testimony will silence every doubt. The woman God sends will not only stand as a partner in your life, but also as living evidence that God's promises never fail, no matter how long they take to manifest. The world will not understand the depth of this connection. They will question, they will envy, they will gossip, but none of it will matter. Because when God establishes something, no voice of man can undo it. The bond you share with her will be sealed in spirit, guarded by heaven and fueled by purpose. It will not only bless your personal life but also ripple outwards, touching lives you never even imagined. Chosen one, lift your head. The days of isolation are closing. The nights of silent tears are being redeemed. You are about to walk into a chapter of companionship, restoration, and holy alignment. No longer will you question if love exists for you. No longer will you wonder if you were meant to walk this journey alone. God is answering in full, and his answer comes through a vessel prepared specifically for you. Take this moment to breathe. Take this moment to release the pain of the past. Take this moment to open your spirit fully. Because when she arrives, you must be ready to receive her without fear, without hesitation, without doubt. This is not another cycle of loss. This is the completion of a promise. And once it begins, nothing will ever be the same again. Chosen one, the wait is over. The breakthrough is here. The promise is alive. And soon you will see with your own eyes that the woman sent by God is more than you ever imagined, carrying everything you were denied and reminding you that heaven never forgets its own.